Melbourne International Flower and Garden Show 2023 takes place 29th to 3rd of April. The garden I've designed is on Main Avenue. It's a large show garden, 20 by 10. It's ultimately, the garden is a love story, and it's a close your eyes moment of one heart wanting to be near somebody or a place. To explain that a little bit better, when I was on Inishmore, which is a wee little island off the coast of Galway, we were there one night amongst friends, and the moon is beating across the water from the mainland, and we were saying, well, you know, if you were in love or you'd fallen in love and you wanted to be near that person, then you can't get there. It sort of increases that want to be nearer, even though you know it's not possible. And the story sort of evolved into, well, what if it was a tale of emigration, or you'd left home, or you lived away from home and you wanted to be back near the land that you love so much. And so we took this contemporary idea of that and morphed it into a small island within that 20 by 10 space, and an ability to walk on water. And so with the water dyed black and the stone just visible at point of meniscus, then you can make it there. But that's ultimately a fabled tale of being in love and wanting to be near. I think the contemporary take on it is good. It's been a long time since I did something with water, and I have this sort of thing in my head that if you're going to do it, then do it big. So I think we're approximately 67% of the garden is water itself, which is slightly, very extremely unusual for me. CD Stone's involvement is, it's vague in a sense, but it's not completely. So to explain that in a nutshell, when we did the garden in France in the dried up moat of the castle in 2018, you're talking about columns of castles that had fallen 3 times. And then we sought to create a landscape in front of that. And it was getting that stonework effortlessly but completely correct, so you don't fall on a high stage at any point in time. And when you're working with stone very far away or in another hemisphere, at the largest flower show in the southern hemisphere and one of the top 5 flower shows in the world, it's not a place where you get it wrong. And speaking amongst friends and having the support of CD has been, I think, everything. Even when we take the Hampton Court garden from 2020, we were talking about using stone from the old courthouses and the woolen mills, which didn't match, but it was 1870s, but yet you're presented on the highest stage at one of the biggest flower shows in the world as well. So the story to be told, and the garden to be realised, as the French would say, alongside one of the most medalled and prestigious contractors I've ever had the pleasure to work alongside, a gentleman by the name of Martin Semken, based in Melbourne. And you can, they do this thing, don't they? They click these links down here, and you can follow the story of the garden from Melbourne to where I am now in the Turek depot of CD Natural Stone. Thanks so much.